Welcome back, everybody, to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 20. Got a few things to go over before we start today's game, including how we're going to potentially game plan against Todd Gurley. Gurley's one of the game's best backs, and we're going to have to neutralize him. We're going to have to only neutralize him because we have to worry about their passing game. A young, dynamic quarterback in Jackson Evans, who is still raw, but, there's talent. And then there are some good playmakers on that team, so we gotta try to neutralize him, but not put all of our focus on him. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, they got Aaron Donald, and this is the guy we have to put our entire game plan around because Donald is the most dominant and best overall player, I'd say, in the NFL. Really, still, he was at the start of his series, and 3.5 years into it, that hasn't really changed. We also got a breakout player, and that's Ed Oliver, who has superstar development, so if he completes this challenge, he'll move up to Superstar X Factor. That's pretty big news if I do say so myself. We got to get him 3 interceptions, fumble forces, tackles for losses, or sacks. We're not going to get him 3 picks. Not going to get him 3 fumble forces. 3 sacks is unlikely but possible, and I think 3 tackles for a loss is probably the target goal. Of course, we picked up Oliver in a trade this past offseason with the Bills, and it's been a great one. Already, not even halfway through the season, he's passed his career high in sacks, and he's been a dominant presence on the defensive line. We traded a few pieces to get him, including talented young wide receiver Freddie Bonner-Sanders, but I think it was worth it. We re-signed Ed Oliver early in the season to a 3-year contract worth about $33 million. That looks like a very team-friendly contract just based on the way he's been playing since then. Absolute monster inside. I'm so happy we got him. And he's been a beast. And something I always strive for when I build my teams is pass rush. Having a great pass rush is so important, and with this squad, it's no different. Already, 3 guys with 6 sacks or over. Shaquem has 6, Renwick has 6.5, and of course, Oliver leading the way with 8. And then we got a frustrated receiver, that's Juju Smith-Schuster, who wants to get the ball more, and I don't blame him. He has been kind of quiet these past couple of weeks, so I do get where he is coming from. Got to get him 5 touches. That won't be too hard, or 100 yards. Even that's not all that challenging either. Juju, I'm not going to say he's a generational talent, but he's one of the top receivers in the game. And at only 25 years old, already at the overall of 95 with Superstar X Factor, I understand that's 95 with morale, but still, someone this young who's this good and who's been this good in the league is just impressive. Obviously, last year we signed him, and he missed the first half of the year coming off his torn Achilles, and he was good, and this year he's been even better, so I'm really liking the progression we've got from him as our top receiver. We have 3 more years left on the contract. We're paying him a lot of money, but I think it's worth it because he is a great, great player. And I want to show you guys the receiving stats real quick because they're kind of ironic. Our top 3 receivers, Juju, Hockenson, and Golladay, all have 30 receptions, and then Lawrence Parnell has 29. So we're definitely spreading the love around between our big 4, but outside of that, our next highest receivers have 4 catches. So it's literally just those 4 doing all the work, but we don't have that one guy who's really taken over when it comes to stats. I guess yardage, Juju has the big advantage. He's currently 2nd in the NFL when it comes to receiving yards behind Allen Robinson. Robinson only has 3 more yards from him, and he did win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Of course, we did play the Bears last week. Allen Robinson absolutely torched us. And then Khalil Mack also had 4 sacks. He won Defensive Player of the Week. So despite the loss, the Bears got both Players of the Week for the conference, which is interesting. And then here's Kerryon Johnson. He should be returning soon. We're getting close to his return date. And remember, we have a bye week next week. So if all goes well, he's only going to miss another 1 to 2 games, which is big. And also, we are here at the trade deadline. The Lions are going to stand pat. No moves this deadline. The Lions don't have any clear holes. They're 7-0. Not much else to ask for, so they will not touch the roster as the trade deadline period comes to a close. Week 8 NFL action underway now. Monday Night Football as the 7-0 undefeated Detroit Lions head out to the Coliseum to take on the 4-2 Los Angeles Rams, led by the second-year quarterback Jackson Evans, the former fourth rounder out of the Army. As on third down, there's Aaron Donald with his first sack of the game. Expect to hear that name a lot. Donald finished with 4 sacks in this game. Rams have it back, but their offense isn't going much farther as Cooks loses 4 on the screen, courteous of Darius Big Play Slay. So now a 2nd and 13 as Jackson Evans going to roll out, and he's going to go out. Sacked by Shaquem Griffin. One hand, don't care. What a day it was for Shaquem Griffin. More on him in just a second. And what I mean by just a second is right now, as Griffin with his 2nd sack, and it's in the end zone. 2 hands for safety, and the Lions are on the board. So how are the Rams going to answer back? Well, they're going to do the exact same thing as Lawson is sacked in the end zone by Samson Ebukam. And just like that, we are tied up at 2. Has an NFL game ever been tied at 2? I would like to see an example. So the Rams have it back. Third down now. Here's Todd Gurley doing what he does best, breaking tackles, getting the first down when most backs would have just been tackled after a gain of about 4 or 5. Now 3rd and 11 from the 28. Here's Jackson Evans under pressure, faking the sack from Oliver, but instead will be brought down by guess who? Shaquem Griffin. His 3rd of the day. Rams recover the fumble. However, with bad field position, they're going to have to go for the long field goal, and this kick would be short. That's what she said. It was also towards the left, and this game will remain tied at 2. Not on offense so far, as you can tell. 2nd down for Detroit. Here's Tez Lawson, the second-year quarterback out of Florida State. He's going to go down as that's Aaron Donald going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. His 2nd sack of the game. Rams have it back after a Detroit punt, as Evans is brought down by Shaquem Griffin. His 4th sack of the day, and we still got about 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. How crazy is that? So here returns the Lions offense. Lawson gets it to Juju Smith-Schuster for a nice play. Big game in this one for Schuster, as he had all 5 of the touches he wanted by halftime. Now from the 38, Lawson. He's going to get sacked again by guess who? Aaron Donald, the former Pitt Panther, with his 3rd of the game. Now a 3rd down and 14. Here's T-Law. He's going to get the moves like Jaga, and he's going to connect with, as the great Antonio Brown would say, Boo-Boo Schuster, a.k.a. Juju Smith-Schuster, playing in his old college stadium. Remember, he did play at USC, who plays in the Coliseum. As there's Lawson getting it to the rookie wideout, Lawrence Parnell, for the touchdown. And the 2-2 tie is no more, as the Louisville product will now make it 9-2. Still an ironic score, as Lawson going to get it here to Juju. Lions would get the ball back quickly, as you can see. Now trying to put up some extra points before halftime. From the 44, Lawson, risky pass, and it is caught by Smith-Schuster. Lions now have it at the 31. They would call a timeout. Down to 1 at the 13. Lawson over to Hawkinson, who only gets about 10. So Detroit's going to call another timeout and likely send the field goal unit out. Actually, they'd run another play. It was incomplete. Then the field goal unit would come out, as here's Matt Money Prater. The old man still showing he has it. He's certainly lost some steam this year. Not the same Matt Prater we all know and love, but he's still been playing solid football this year. On to the second half. There's Nickel Roby-Coleman. You can't spell intercepted without the D. No pass interference there. Nickel Roby-Coleman knows a thing or two about those pass interference calls. Lions will get the ball back after a stalled Rams drive. With only a minute to go in the 3rd, not a lot of offense in this quarter, as there's a nice conversion for Lawrence Parnell. Next play from the 36, Lawson takes a handoff for Sanders. Risky pass for Golladay, who makes a nice play to the 13. And Detroit is moving it. On to the 4th now, 3rd and 11. From about the 14, Lawson, he is under pressure, and he is sacked again. Guess who? Double 9, Aaron Donald with his 4th of the day, and then the Lions would kick a field goal from Prater. I accidentally deleted the clip, so you're going to have to give a replay. Now 15-2. Rams have it back. Jackson Evans, he's been having a rough day, and it's going to get even rougher. Sack number 5 for Shaquem Griffin. Now 3rd and 11, a few plays later. There's going to be Evans over to Cooper. Buckle up, Buttercup. And Cooper Kupp with a nice first down. And then at the 2, Rams getting close to the end zone. 3rd and goal. Handoff for Rodney Anderson. And he's going to be short. So Los Angeles is going to have to go for it here on 4th and goal. They don't really have much of another choice. And they'd hand it back off for Anderson. Does he get it? That was awfully close, but they're going to say he did get it. So now from the 2, here's Evans under pressure. He is sacked again by Shaquem Griffin. One hand, don't care. His 6th of the game, and then 4th and goal. Evans trying to get into the end zone. Pass is broken up by the rookie linebacker Renwick. So now the Lions are just chewing clock. 2nd and 1. There's Miles Sanders with a nice first down run, and that's all she wrote. Very low-scoring game. Lions win it by a final score of 15-2. Technically pitching a shutout because the defense did not allow any points.